Yes, that is snow and slush and sleet and ice and a wonderful wintry mix on my firewood tarp right there. Even though it's only 14 November 2018, and here in Albemarle County, Virginia at least, schools have been closed. Schools are closed today, and this is about 6 weeks earlier than they have been closed the last 2 years. So is this an indication that we are going to have the terrible, nasty winter that so many crystal ball viewers are calling for this winter? So guys, welcome back to Homesteading Off the Grid and another morning ramble. Can you hear that? It's not rain, it's ice. I brought the umbrella to come up here and do the ramble this morning because it looked like it was raining. I knew there was a 2-hour delay. I saw that at 6, and then just a few minutes ago they finally went ahead and canceled school here in Albemarle County, Virginia. So I figured, well, great, I get some extra time today and come out here and do some things I want to do. Better bring an umbrella for the morning ramble because it's raining, and alas, it's not rain. Look at this. Watch it bounce. That's like, can you see that bouncing? It's like sleet, I guess. Look at those little sleet balls. You see that? I hope you can hear me. I've got the umbrella for the phone. I don't care if I get wet. Move it there. Man, listen to that. Look, here's my impression of the Weather Channel people. Oh, the wind. Oh, I'm shaking the phone so it looks real. Oh, I can't move because of the wind. You know, Weather Channel, if you're watching, I have some media experience. Are you hiring? All right, that's okay because I wouldn't work for you anyway. My fake news days are over. Look at this. Just from having the umbrella there for a few seconds. All right, Crazy Lake, get on with it. Let's have a morning ramble. You know, there about a month or so ago, we were doing some videos on what's this winter going to be like. Let me give you a good shot of the homestead there. Who knows? I mean, yeah, so the first official school day due to winter weather has come about 6 weeks earlier than the last couple of years. I was telling Dearly last night, though, my beautiful bride, that this is really more typical of Central Virginia weather. I mean, it's middle of November. This is to be expected, right? A lot of people are probably panicking and freaking out. Guys, it's almost winter. Now, with this said, are we freaking out and panicking? No. You know what I'm going to do today with the extra time I get because I don't have to do the whole school thing? Well, of course, I'm going to spend some extra time with my son. What a blessing it is to have more time with him because I don't have to share him with the school today. But I'm going to work on some projects. I went out to Lowe's yesterday. We were in town. I bought some tiny project type nails. Not only am I like one of the worst homesteaders on YouTube, I am also one of the worst craftsman / handyman type guys on YouTube. However, I don't let my lack of abilities in things I enjoy doing keep me from doing them. If I like doing it, I do it anyway. And maybe this is a message for you today. Okay, we like to be as good as we can be in the things that we like doing, but if we're not and we like doing them, let's do them anyway. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start building some winter roosting boxes for birds. We've been feeding the birds outside the window of our dining room area here for this will be our third winter because it's our third winter here on the homestead. And so it has been getting cold lately. We've been burning fire in the wood stove. You can see the smoke coming up. And I just started thinking the last few days, I thought, you know, why not build some bird roosting boxes to not just feed these birds this winter, but also give them a nice dry place to stay warm. And I want to thank a guy named Mike Jorshek. I just met him. He's a friend of my wife. She's hung out with him and some of her other friends for a while. Mike got in contact with us here a few days ago. Turns out he had a bunch of lumber he didn't need. He was getting rid of, and he watches the channel. So what's up, Mr. Jorshek? And he said, hey, he asked Dearly, would your husband like this lumber to build the goat house, the chicken house, whatever he's doing, or you guys could burn it in your wood stove. I know you burn wood, so we said sure. So this past weekend, Mr. Jorchek brought over an entire truckload of lumber, and I got to meet him, and it was great meeting him. Mr. Jorchek is a veteran. He was in the Air Force, and he actually used to carry the mail in Charlottesville for a number of years. So a shout out and a thank you for 2 of those public services. But he had some really good lumber, some nice lumber, and it's certainly not firewood. I was looking at it, we piled it in the garage, and I said to myself, I am not going to burn this. So I actually offered, and the offer still stands, my neighbor that builds airplanes in the woods over there uses lumber. I told him, if you can use it, take it. And so I'm looking at this lumber. I'm thinking about it's cold, it's winter. I mean, the ice is coming down on me now, the sleet. I like it. I love it. I mean, this is one of the things I missed when I lived in the Middle East for a year, then I was in Southeast Asia for 6 years. I missed all 4 seasons. I got tired of it being summer every day. So I might be out here crying the blues in another month about how much I hate the cold weather and I wish it would leave, but for now, I freaking love it. I love being pelted with ice right now. I love how that ginormous eastern red cedar, yeah, that's a big old red cedar, looks caked in like snow and ice. I don't know if you can see it very well on the phone, but even my fields down here, caked with ice. There's ice forming around the limbs and stuff. I hope I don't lose any limbs. There's ice forming everywhere. Like, look at the protective guard that I have up to keep the deer off the apple trees. There's ice. See? That's not water. It's not coming off. That's ice. Again, Weather Channel, if you're hiring. Oh! The ice is back! Pain! Just kidding, Weather Channel. I would not work for you. My days of fake news are over. Gosh, that's gorgeous. Watching that ice come down. I don't know if you can see it in here or not. But the point is, I'm not very good at building or fixing anything, but I've got the lumber, I've got the nails now. I might have to get a glue gun, but I bet you as long as I get 4 sides, a floor, and a roof, and some nesting pegs inside a box. It might not be pretty, but I bet my little feathered friends that hang out here all winter will probably appreciate it. So, is this going to be the worst winter since the recorded history, since the founding of Jamestown? I don't know, and neither does anybody else. I guess we're fixing to find out. I'm going to step into the woods. Gosh, is it beautiful. I just want to share this with you guys. Look at this. And I can tell you, Dearly and Daniel are already excited about going sleigh riding. So this may turn to snow. I think it's snowing up in DC right now. But even if it just stays as sleet and ice, and if we get enough of it, we'll be out here sleigh riding. I know I'm not going to go anywhere today. And guys, don't drive anywhere. If you don't have to go out, and if the weather's like this where you are, don't go out. But think about, of course, your pets. Bring them in if it's cold. We all know this, and everybody that watches this channel does it. We got the humane people here. Wow, look at this. It's really filling up with ice. But guys, let's think about our little feathered friends too and the wildlife. I might even look into making some squirrel boxes. I know they have nests everywhere around here. When I came up here, there were 4 squirrels in my yard getting the walnuts, and then there were 3 deer down there, and there were about 6 deer up here. There was like 9 deer here. So anyway, I'm kind of rambling, but that's what I do. I'm a little manic. I'm excited to be getting this sleet and this wintry mix, and I hope I'm not making you dizzy as I'm pacing around here, but I just wanted to share it with you. What is the point of this ramble? First day of school, or no school because of winter? Is it going to be a terrible, nasty winter? No, that's not the point. I guess it's just I'm thinking about what I'm going to do, and I'm going to build these bird boxes. And I know I'm not very good at it. I'm not very good at any of this homesteading stuff, but I enjoy doing it, and so I do it anyway. And remember, we've talked about the difference between joy and happiness. Happiness is results-based. That would be that I would not be happy building bird boxes unless if I build the most beautiful, pristine, perfect birdhouse. We got to get away from that. I enjoy the act of building these things to help provide shelter and residence and protection for these creatures they're the ugliest. I make the ugliest chicken houses. I make the ugliest, and I've made bird houses in the past. That's how I know they're going to be ugly. I speak from experience. But I make them and I enjoy doing it, and they're not pretty, but they're practical, and the birds enjoy it. So that's what I'm going to do today here in this wintry, mixy weather. I'm going to do it inside my garage. It's not heated. It's an external detached garage, but at least I'll be protected from this stuff. So I hope you're warm and dry where you are. I just wanted to share our wintry mix with you here. And again, Weather Channel. I know you're probably hiring, but I'm not looking. So thanks for being with us here for another morning ramble from Homesteading Off the Grid. Here's a beautiful wintry mix shot of the homestead, and we'll see you for more next time.